And why did you need the eggs?
I'll have them for breakfast.
You're a right cunt. All right. Let's get it over with.
Chin up. The Prince of Hell can't be a crybaby. Henry! So you finally came. Welcome to my workshop.
Wow. This is practically a palace. I didn't expect you to be so well off.
Well, since I bought it, I'm not anymore. The previous owner was more than happy to get rid of it. Unfortunately, when I fell through the rotting floor in the upstairs room, I understood why. I've spent the last few years trying to fix it up, but you know how it is. Never enough time, and it costs a fortune. But don't worry. I didn't invite you to help me build.
Indeed. I'll be happy to lend a hand. Thanks for inviting me.
I should be the one thanking you for everything you've done for me. But first, I need to show you something. Come on.
You said you had something to show me. So what is it?
Something absolutely marvelous, you'll see. Come on.
Well, a bit shabby, but nice. And who knows? Maybe you've got a nice sack of groschen tucked away here for me.
Groschen? Not at all. I've got something much more interesting. Come on. So, what do you think of it?
Well, honestly, I don't see much in it yet.
I admit, right now it's just a few strokes, but can't you see what's in them? Try looking to the future a bit.
Well, judging by how excited you look, I'd say this will be your great masterpiece, right?
Exactly.
When I look closely at that curve over there, how it's so rounded and smooth, are you drawing something naughty? I can totally see it. The Queen of Sheba in her boudoir.
Have you had enough of laughing yet?
yeah, sorry. So what's it going to be?
It's going to be my great masterpiece.
If I'm honest, I'm more reflecting on the past.
That I can understand all too well. But this painting, the one you're looking at right now, this will one day be my great masterpiece. My whole life, I've hoped to paint something amazing, something people will remember even 100 years from now. And I believe this is it.
Well, you're probably right. But for now, I just don't see anything much in it. So, what's it supposed to be when it's finished?
An altar. The greatest and most magnificent thing you can ever paint. Frescoes of hunting scenes are nothing compared to this. The abbot of Sedlitz monastery got a St. Vitus relic from Sigismund and wants to redesign half the chapel for it. The best craftsmen in the entire town are working on it.
The best? So how did you end up involved in it?
What the hell are you doing here?
I just wanted to greet an old friend. It must be 20 years since we last met.
Who is that man?
It's hard to believe when you look at that mug of his, but he's called Bellissimo. We studied together once.
Funny, isn't it? We started the same, but turned out completely different. While I was painting for the lords in Italy, you surely didn't even set foot outside Kuttenburg.
Is that why you came? To strut around?
Not at all. I came to console you. That big commission of yours for Sedlitz, well, it seems the abbot finally came to his senses and picked someone better.
What? That's impossible. The abbot and I have an agreement.
You had an agreement. Don't tell me you've learnt nothing since the last time.
How dare you?
Go on then. Spit it out.
You fucker. That's what Voyta wanted to say. But unlike you, he has enough decency to bite his tongue.
So he hired you for his dirty work? Maybe he's finally learned something over the years.
You forgot your manners, it seems.
It's always a pleasure talking to you. Take care, Voyta. Now, I really must be off, but do stop by the baths at the horse market sometime. We can reminisce about the good old days. And if you ask nicely, I might even let you watch me paint.
Who was that?
His name is Bellissimo, and he paints too.
And why did he treat you like a leper?
Let's just say we haven't been on the best of terms for quite some time. But that's not important now.
It seems pretty important to me.
Damn it! I've just lost my job. Can you please drop it?
You're always saying that. This isn't important. Leave it be. Now's not the time. I can't tell you that. Damn it, Voyta, I'm trying to help you. But how am I supposed to do that if you won't tell me anything?
Oh, all right. Years ago, Bellissimo and I studied together, and we were actually friends, in a way. He was the one who suggested I start going by some Latin name. He said it would make a better impression outside Bohemia. His real name is Bella, but he started calling himself Bellissimo. It never really caught on here, though. People called him Bullshitimo. And it suited him. He turned out to be a proper backstabber. We haven't spoken for years.
What do you plan to do now?
As far as I can tell, I have two options. Either tuck my tail between my legs and forget about the job, or find a way to get rid of Bellissimo. How the hell did that bastard pull it off? I had an agreement with the abbot.
Giving up is not an option. So, we need to get rid of him.
We?
Of course. You didn't think I'd leave you to handle this on your own, did you? Could we steal his brushes? Like they stole yours back in the Trotsky region?
I get why you'd think that, but you're forgetting. This is a big city. Bellissimo would have new brushes in a few days. It wouldn't even slow him down.
What if something were to happen to him? A small accident? A few broken fingers? And goodbye to his painting?
That ruined his whole livelihood. I only want him to give up this one commission.
What if we dug up some dirt on him and explained why it'd be in his best interest to give up the commission?
It's true that Bellissimo's conscience is filthier than my apron, and it doesn't even bother him. Did you hear the way he smugly invited me to the baths? Ha! But you know what? You should pay him a visit there. Try to find something we can use against him. And more importantly, how the devil he managed to snatch that job away from me.
Where did Bellissimo say you should visit him?
At the baths near the horse market. We used to go there together. And it seems he's decided to move in there now. Oh, yes. He always dragged me to the baths. Spent his last groschen there. And when they threw us out, we went next door to the garden. Bellissimo even set up a small workshop there for himself. At that time, I had no idea what kind of scoundrel he truly was.
Do you think he tells his secrets to the bathmaids? Girls usually don't care much for the ramblings of an old rake.
What do you mean, old? Bellissimo's 6 months younger than me. And you'd be surprised how captivating he can be. People always ate out of his hand. Even I once did.
What if I went straight to Bellissimo, put a knife to his throat, and told him to drop the commission?
No, knowing him, he'd promise you the moon and stars, then go running to Sedlet's to complain. And I'd be left with nothing.
All right. I'll go to the baths and see if I can dig up some dirt on him.
Ask the proprietor about him. Her name's Beatrice. We know each other a bit, so she might be willing to help us. Meanwhile, I'll head to Sedlet's to find out what's got into the abbot.
Good evening to you.
I hear your services here are so renowned that even one famous painter comes to visit you.
One? Well, we've entertained whole crowds of painters here. Sadly, most of them have a bit of trouble keeping their brushes firm.
Interesting. The one I'm looking for is called Bellissimo.
Oh, him. Oh dear, what's he done now?
Do you expect him to do something?
Well, I'd say he's already done something, and probably rather nasty, since suddenly he's acting all saintly. But I don't buy it. What's the point of praying if he gets drunk like a pig every evening afterward?
That Bellissimo robbed my friend of his job, so I want to settle things with him.
Well, that's certainly not the first time and won't be the last. But if you're planning to break his face, kindly take it outside.
What do you even have against him? Doesn't he pay?
It's not that, but he drinks like a fish. And when he's finished everything he's got upstairs in his room, he comes down among my guests. How many times have I had to kick him out to sleep it off in that shack of his, in his garden, opposite the bathhouse? Ugh, you couldn't even imagine the things drunks like Bellissimo think they can get away with around my girls.
What's Bellissimo been doing to you girls?
Nothing now. As long as I can help it. I keep a close watch on him to make sure he doesn't try anything. He swears he's repentant and that, but it doesn't look like it at all.
How come?
Because he's just an old drunk and a lecher. When I was a little girl, I actually liked him. Even his friend. They were always laughing and sketching something. But then I found out what a scoundrel he is. And the fact that he kneels to pray in his old age now and then, just for show, doesn't change a thing.
What's the story with Bellissimo's piety?
I'd like to know that too. When he first came here, he kept crossing himself as if the devil himself was standing behind him. But then he went to Sedlets, and ever since, he's back to being the same old swine as before. There's definitely some dodgy business behind it, mark my words.
Where would I actually find Bellissimo?
Like I said, mostly here, in the baths, in that garden of his, just across the street, or up in his room. He spends most of his time there.
And what does he do there? Paint?
More like getting plastered, drinks all night till dawn, then spends the day sleeping or sitting in the garden.
Which room belongs to Bellissimo?
I'll tell you exactly. The one that reeks of booze the most. You can smell it from the attic all the way down here. The girls always have to air it out before they take someone in. Who knows what that slob is doing up there? Drinking certainly isn't the end of it.
Couldn't I have a quick look around? Maybe I'll find something that'll let you kick him out for good.
You've no idea how much I'd like that. But unfortunately, if anyone found out I was letting strangers into the rooms, I might as well shut the place down. If you want to hang around here, pay for a wench.
Can I find Bellissimo somewhere else?
You'll have to ask him yourself. I don't keep track of his every move.
Listen, you said Bellissimo used to have a friend. Was his name Voyta, by any chance?
The very one. Well, do you know him? Well, a bit eccentric, but a really decent fella. Maybe too decent.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing. I curse about Bellissimo because he drives me mad, but I don't feel right telling you about Voyta.
Listen, Bellissimo is supposed to paint the altar for Sedlet's monastery. It's a huge honor, and it's not right for us good Christians to pray at an altar painted by such a rogue. You can tell me. Voyta is my friend. I'm helping him with something now, but you know him. He doesn't tell me everything, and I'm afraid that without the whole truth, I might only end up harming him.
Fine, all right. You know, Voyta and Bellissimo were friends. Well, friends. Bellissimo kept dragging Voyta around, and Voyta was too meek to say no. Bellissimo even stuck his nose into Voyta's first big job, But then he managed to have Voyta kicked off the job and took all the benefits for himself. But how he pulled that off, only the two of them know.
Thank you for everything. You've been a great help.
You're welcome. And please, watch out for Voyta.
Well, I don't really know the man, but I'm interested in painting, so thought it might be useful to have a little chat with him.
Ah, well, suit yourself. Spend the whole day blabbering if you like. If he's not loitering around somewhere, he'll be upstairs in his room, so feel free to wait for him. Don't expect a fruitful debate. That painter of yours is plastered more often than not.
Bellissimo drinks.
Like a fish. And when he runs out of booze in his room, he comes down here among the guests. I've had to throw him out so many times to sleep it off in that shack of his, across from the baths.
Tell me something more about Bellissimo. I need to know what sort of man he is.
Lad, there's not much more to tell. He's just a drunk, a lecher, and a filthy pig. When I was a little girl, I actually liked him. Even his friend. They were always laughing and sketching something. But then I found out what a scoundrel he is. And the fact that he kneels to pray in his old age.
Listen, you said Bellissimo used to...
The very one. Well, do you...
What do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing.
I'd like to use your services.
What'll it be this time, Henry?
Do you have some pretty girl here who could, keep me company?
Don't worry. Once my girls get their hands on you, you'll forget all your sorrows. At least for a little while.
I can't wait.
Excellent. Pay up, and we can get started.
I'll gladly pay you.
Excellent.
Ugh, I always get hungry after a fuck like that. I'll go and find something to eat.
Reeks of booze in here. This must be Bellissimo's room. So, Bellissimo is working for the monastery for free because he's afraid of going to hell. That could come in handy. I've figured out what's going on with your Bellissimo.
I'm really trying. Honestly.
What? What did you say?
Me? Oh, nothing. So, tell me, how did Bellissimo manage to take my commission?
It's really simple. He'll do it for free. In exchange for painting the altar, the monks in the monastery will pray for him so that God forgives all his past and future sins.
That bastard. Even if they prayed for him until Judgment Day, he'd still end up in hell.
That's exactly what Bellissimo's afraid of. Or at least, that's how it came across from the agreement he made with the abbot.
So he's afraid of hell, our Bellissimo. Well, that's something we could use. But we need to get him out of the bath somehow.
Well, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Beatrice told me Bellissimo drinks in his room, but when he runs out of booze, he goes downstairs and causes such a ruckus that they have to throw him out. After that, he sleeps in his workshop, in that garden across from the baths.
Oh. Well, that's perfect. An isolated place, away from people. If we set it up properly, he might just fall for it.
Fall for what?
That the Horned One himself has come for him.
Now this is getting interesting. What's your plan? Oh, for Christ's sake, what nonsense have you come up with this time?
It's simple. First, we need to get Bellissimo drunk enough to be thrown out of the baths, but instead of a cozy bed in the garden, he'll find the Prince of Hell waiting for him. You'll disguise yourself.
I'll disguise myself.
Bellissimo would recognize me, for heaven's sake. And in the disguise, you'll tell Bellissimo he's damned to hell. And if he wants to save his soul, he'll leave Kuttenburg and beg the Pope for forgiveness. Actually, both of them. And then farewell, Bellissimo. Sedlet's altar, here I come.
I tell you, it's insane. But, who knows? If we get Bellissimo good and shit-faced, he might fall for it. You've completely lost it, haven't you? There's no way Bellissimo would ever fall for this.
You underestimate the power of human stupidity, my friend. Sure, if he was smart and sober, he'd see right through it. But imagine this. The garden is pitch dark. Bellissimo's got 10 beers in him, you've got horns on your head, and you reek of sulfur.
Now, couldn't we just drop this whole thing? There's got to be another way to get rid of that fella, right?
Like what? He's painting for free, so now I should pay to do my job? Or maybe I should nicely ask Bellissimo to leave.
Not exactly, but we could try something a bit less crazy.
Henry, my friend, you trusted me with the basilisk and Velez, so trust me now. I know Bellissimo. He's always been a chicken shit. This will work.
So, how are we going to turn me into a devil?
First, we'll get you some tattered clothes, chains, something like a tail, and horns. And you'll need a proper snout. Once I paint it all a bit... You know what? Bring me a bassinet with a visor, 3 torches, and 5 eggs.
5 eggs?
They're the most important part of all this.
If I have to give them to the toads to hatch again.
Don't worry. We're done with that.
And how do you plan to get Bellissimo drunk? The madam said he drinks in his room and only comes downstairs when he has to.
I'm not saying I've got everything figured out yet, but I'll definitely come up with something before you get back.
So, I heard this isn't the first time Bellissimo has taken your job. How did it happen before?
I don't really know. We were painting the Guildhouse crest here in town. Everything was going fine. But one morning, when I arrived, they threw me out. They said Bellissimo would finish it himself, and if I dared complain, they'd make sure I never painted another stroke in this town. How that bastard pulled it off, I never found out. And honestly, I don't even want to know anymore. It's in the past. I just want to get this commission back.
All right. I'll go and gather all those things. All right. So how exactly do you plan to make me look like a devil?
First, we'll get you some tattered clothes, chains, something like a tail, and horns. And you'll need a proper snout. Once I paint it all a bit... You know what? Bring me a bassinet with a visor, 3 torches, and 5 eggs.
5 eggs?
They're the most important part of all this.
If I have to give them to the toads to hatch again. So?
I don't... They said how that...
And how...
I'm not...
I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Good day to you. I brought the things for the devil costume.
You've messed this up, haven't you? Yes, this will do. Come on, let's get to it. Well, that's that. What do you think?
Well, I didn't much believe in it, but even I'd shit myself with fright from it.
Shame I won't see the look on Bellissimo's face. What do you think?
Well, I still don't believe much in this plan, but who knows? If it's really dark...
Right. Take all this and get going. We've got a lot to do. First, you need to get Bellissimo drunk enough to be thrown out of the baths. Then, when he's sleeping in the garden, you'll decorate the place a bit, light the torches, and then Bellissimo will know hell on earth.
Do you really think Bellissimo will fall for it?
Don't worry. The garden will be dark. He'll be drunk, and you'll look like the Prince of Hell. That's bound to rattle his guilty conscience. Just talk about sin, and how you've come to take him to hell because his time has come. And don't do any silly antics like boo-boo.
How do I turn Bellissimo's garden into hell?
I'll help you with that if you like. While you're getting Bellissimo drunk, I'll paint a devil on the wall and smoke up the place with sulfur. Then you just need to light the torches you've gathered and dress up in that costume.
How do I get Bellissimo drunk enough to end up in the garden?
Beatrice said he goes there when he gets thrown out of the baths, right? That's exactly what you need to arrange. Sneak into his room and take all his booze. Then, when he goes down for a drink and gets a little tipsy, you sit with him. After that, keep pouring it down him until he causes a scene and gets thrown out. But be careful not to pass out before he does, and make sure to wait until he's a bit merry, so he doesn't catch on to you.
Actually, I'm already a step ahead of you. When I was at the baths, I cleared all the booze from Bellissimo's room. Now I just need to sit with him tonight. And why did you need the eggs?
I'll have them for breakfast.
You're a right cunt. All right. Let's get it over with.
Chin up. The Prince of Hell can't be a crybaby.
I'm sad that you...
Greetings. Care to have a drink with me?
Indeed, friend. Booze is my middle name. But hey, you look kind of familiar. Haven't we met somewhere? No, wait. Maybe somewhere else, right?
No, I just have one of those familiar faces. Come on. Drink before it gets warm.
You're right. What should we toast to?
To God's grace.
And to always being able to buy it so cheap.
To our dear mothers, thanks to whom we're in this world.
That's sweet. To mothers, then.
To full jugs, satisfied bellies, and well-stocked larders.
Especially to them full jugs. Oh yeah, God will have to turn a blind eye to me. A good Christian lives differently.
Women, booze, gambling, and brawls, eh?
Oh, that was before. But when beer started slipping into liquor, gambling into debts, and women into one oddly tempting hole in a fence, I realized I needed to change my ways. But never mind that. What should we toast to now?
To truth. The only path to freedom.
Well, to be honest, I don't really tell the truth much. I mean, Christ, this beer is strong. And that's the truth. What was I saying? Oh, right. Out with the truth. Out of my life.
To our friends. The ones we can always count on.
Especially yours. I don't have many of my own. Once, yeah, I had a friend. A clever and kind one. And that was his biggest mistake.
What do you mean?
Oh, he invited me to work on a job with him, but I squeezed him out of it. All I had to do was tell the right people about the muse he kept hidden under his mattress.
Oof. You're going at it a bit hard, fella. You know what? Drink by yourself for now.
Well, suit yourself. At least there'll be more left. I don't know about you, but I'm still thirsty. Let's have another one, eh? One for the other leg.
We already did one for the other leg.
Ah, bollocks.
See? We haven't done that toast yet. To the lovely girls who make life bearable.
To them especially.
To honor and good name. Let's not be ashamed. At least of ourselves. When we look in the mirror, or... well... what were we talking about?
Nothing. We were drinking.
To the local beer. May it go down just as well as it comes back up.
Especially down the hatch and out the other end. Never the other way around.
So, good health.
Aye, good health. By the way, do you know why the beer here is so damn good? It's got a certain secret ingredient.
Hey? What? What's that?
Beatrice always buys a big barrel, pours out half, and then... And
then what?
And all the girls here take turns bathing in it, one after the other. Hey, I'm feeling a bit odd. Maybe I'll just lay down under this table. What do you think? Don't throw up on me down there, all right?
What? Under the table? Oh, you're supposed to get kicked out, so you go to the garden. I mean, that is... Oh, damn. Just under the table.
Listen, friend. Do you also suddenly have really wet hose? The ground keeps getting closer.
Oh, damn it. The idiot passed out. What now?
Oh well, nothing else for it. I'll have to carry him to the garden.
Sleep sweetly, Bellissimo. Your awakening won't be so pleasant.
What the hell is all this racket? If I get you, I'll... Oh, fuck.
Bellissimo, I have come for you.
For me? But that's... Who are you and... What do you want?
I have many titles and names. I am the ruler of the corrupted and the damned. And you are coming with me. Straight to hell.
But wait, there must be some mistake. There are no corrupted souls here. I'm a good man. And more importantly, a good Christian. Maybe you've just lost your way, huh? Try the hole.
What?
That's a tavern. You'll find more sinners there than you can shake a stick at. I'm an honest old man, I swear. That is, an honest man in his prime.
Is an honest man someone who drowns himself in booze every day?
Booze? Me? That's just bad digestion. No matter what I drink, it all ferments in my stomach. That's how I've always been. And it's the same with food. Honestly, no matter what I eat, I always throw up tripe soup.
Tell me, is it honest to lie with harlots? And even with another man's wife?
But that was just once. Maybe twice at most. And if you mean the baker's wife, that wasn't my fault. I honestly thought I was kneading dough. I didn't notice she was leaning over the trough.
And all the lying? Do you think that's honest too?
It's tough, Lord of Hell. I'm not really well learned. How am I supposed to always tell the truth when half the time I don't even know what it is? Sometimes things just slip out.
Enough! 3 answers. 3 lies you've given.
3 lies? Oh, dear Lord. I mean, Lord of Darkness, have mercy on my vessel. My vessel of sin. I haven't done anything that wicked. Certainly, I've had a few drinks and made up a story or two, but who hasn't? I don't have any truly big sins.
Nothing big, you say? And what about betraying a friend? For the likes of you, we have a special place in hell. We'll flay you alive and boil you in your own blood.
Ah, how do you know about that? It was so long ago, and yes, it was a big sin, I admit that. But I've repented now. That's got to count for something, doesn't it?
You call that repentance? Having a mass said in exchange for a painting? That's just greed and avarice.
Please, Lord of Hell, give me one more chance. Just one. Tell me what to do, and I'll promise I'll make it amends.
Very well. If you leave immediately on foot for Rome, never looking back, praying 3 Hail Marys in every town along the way, and finally asking the Holy Father for forgiveness, I'll spare you.
I swear, I promise by all that's holy, I'll pack up first thing in the morning.
Did you not hear me? I said immediately.
Right now? But it's so dark.
As dark as your soul, bullshitimo. Shall I tear it to shreds?
No, please. That won't be necessary. If now, then now. Thank you, Lord of Hell. I promise I'll do everything just as you said.
Nothing big, you say? What about the way you treat women? What if I did to you what you do to them? 10 dozen and 11 devils would take their turns on you, over and over, until they fucked your soul out of you.
Fuck my soul out? Lord of Hell, you're speaking kind of strange. And tell me, Lord, why do you rattle so much like metal? And your mouth doesn't even move. You look almost like... Oh, of course. Like a disguise made from old armor. You bastard! I'll smash that helmet onto your head so hard you'll never take it off again. Prepare to fight!
Ugh.
Mercy, please. Maybe you're not a devil, but you fight like one.
If you don't want more, leave here immediately. I don't want to see you in Kuttenburg ever again. Got it?
But then I'd have to give up my work for the monastery. What will they think of me? And what about my sinful soul?
I'll beat that out of you if you don't disappear.
All right. Calm down. I'll pack up in the morning, sort things out in Sedlets, and be gone.
No, you'll leave right now. I'll sort things out in Sedlets myself.
You? But that's not...
Shut up and run. Boo! Boo! Shut your mouth. The time for excuses is over. Now I'll crush you with my hoof until there's nothing left of you but dust.
No, please! Keep your hoof on the earth. And me too, Lord of Hell. I've repented, I swear.
You call that repentance? Having a mass said in exchange for a painting? That's just greed and avarice.
Please, Lord of Hell, give me one more chance. Just one.
Very well. Did you not?
Right?
As dark?
No, please.
Christ, you startled me. I thought they'd come to get me.
Congratulations, my friend. You just landed yourself a very important job for the Sedlets Monastery.
What? So, Bellissimo...
Well, for some unknown reason, he decided to walk all the way to Rome to beg the Holy Father for forgiveness.
Ha! You really pulled it off, Henry. Or should I say, Lord of the Underworld? Finally. Soon it'll all come together, Voyta. You'll see. Christ! You start...
Congratulations. The job for the Sedlets Monastery is yours again. I convinced Bellissimo to give it up.
Convinced? How? What about the whole Hellfire scare?
Well, that was a good idea, but it didn't exactly work out. Still, Bellissimo's gone, and that's what matters.
You're right. Thank you, my friend. Nice evening, eh? As we used to say as students, Te futaweo et cabalum tuum.